So my dad would often talk about death a little too often, and it was a little weird as a kid because Dad would always bring the subjects over to that, and I didn't really understand very much. But as I got older, I realized that he was at that age where a lot of his friends were dying around him, and he experiencing that for the first time in his life, and so that ended up being on his mind. And it just turned out that I'm the age that he was when he was doing this, and I find myself talking about death an awful lot. And I've lost a lot of friends over the last few years, and it's something we all go through. I'm sure you guys have been through the same thing or are about to. But the worst one, there was a buddy of mine that would travel with me quite a lot. Really, just a great guy. He would help you move, and he would always pick up the heavy end of the couch, that kind of guy, and never complain about anything. He would always have a book in his back pocket. We'd sit up all night long, just talking about William Blake and Jack Kerouac and things like that. And I remember one night in Munich, we were in a hostel with 22 other people, and he got drunk and started snoring really loud all night. And I heard people shouting expletives in like 20 different languages. It was an amazing thing. I learned all these cuss words in different languages that one night. But when I finally got the call that he'd passed away, and he was much younger than me. He died on his 30th birthday, and so it really hit me hard, as you can imagine. But I would like to do this next song for him, if that's all right.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll do this for you guys if you guys have friends that have passed recently. I remember 2 weeks in Nova Scotia, how we walked on the beach almost every day, with a boot full of sand on our way to nowhere, never knowing what would wash up out the sea. You found a starfish lying in the sand, you picked it up and held it in your hand so gently as the tide washed it away. I was thinking about songs in faraway places, and I remembered the words I forgot to say. I was thinking about the Lord above, and why do the good die young? And why do the worst of those among us never fail? Well, I tried to believe that there's something more to this world besides keeping score, but frankly, I'm losing faith, as all my friends pass away. I remember October in the Bay of Fundy, how we slept on the deck as we crossed the sea. Night air was cold but full of healing. Night air, won't you lay your hands on me? There was moonlight reflecting off the wave silhouettes of waves, taking a leap in the midnight, and my salt-splattered face. I was thinking about songs in faraway places, and I remembered the words I forgot to say. I was thinking about the Lord above, and why do the good die young? And why do the worst of those among us never fail? Well, I tried to believe that there's something more to this world besides keeping score, but frankly, I'm losing faith, as all my friends pass away. And I remember the fog of Massachusetts. On the morning we stood on Kerouac's grave, I was singing about the Lord above, and why do the good die young, and why do the worst of those among us never fail? Well, I tried to believe that there's something more to this world besides keeping score, but frankly, I'm losing faith. 'Cause all my friends pass away. There's a light that fades,